This is a defense you need to know about because it is the fastest blitz in college football 26. And today I'm going to show you where to find it, the steps to set it up, and then I'm going to take it into an online head-to-head game so you can see how you can use it to lock down everybody you play. So if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell for when we drop new videos. Now let's get into it. Now for this defense, we're going to be looking at the 3-4 tight formation. And we're going to be using this out of the Georgia defensive playbook, which is the 3-3-5 tight playbook, but can also be found in these different playbooks as well. And as always, if you want access to this full scheme with even more unstoppable blitzes and lockdown coverage, you can find that on WinCollegeFootball.com. But with that, let's get to the defense. All right, so let's get into 3-4 tight. Real quickly, I just want to show you what we need to do from a coaching adjustment standpoint and just to set up this defense to make it run properly. Now, first and foremost, to pull up the coaching adjustments menu, we're just going to click in the right stick. That's going to pull up coaching adjustments. Here's what you need to know here. This defense is so ridiculously easy to run because you don't need to change anything in here, and even anything you do change isn't going to affect the blitz at all. So this is all completely up to you. You don't need to modify anything in here. You can change whatever you want. Super simple from a coaching adjustment standpoint. Next, you can run whatever coverage shell you want here too. Now, this formation only has 3 different coverage shells. It has default, it has cover 3, and it has cover 2. That's it. It's not going to matter which ones you're in. We'll show you that when we get into the blitz and why, but that is also something completely optional. Won't change anything with the blitz. And finally, the thing that is important is your personnel. And the only thing I'm going to cover here that is the most important is your linebackers need to be fast and they need to have high acceleration. So the linebackers are number 5 and number 3 here. So that was 5, here's 3. Now, Georgia on defense, they have one linebacker with quick jump, and that makes this blitz so much better if you have somebody in the linebacker position with quick jump. But the faster they are, the higher acceleration they have, the better this blitz is going to be. It's already the fastest blitz in the game, but if you do have a quick jump at your middle linebacker spot, it's just going to be ridiculous. So let's flip over, let's show you how to run the blitz and show you why this is the fastest blitz in college football 26. All right, so of course we got to get this video started by just showing you the fastest blitz in the game. And this is so easy to run, like it's just ridiculous. The play is saw blitz 0, and you don't need to change a thing on it. You can literally just come out and let them snap the football. You just need to know where your user assignment is, okay? So you can see our middle linebacker, it's going to be this guy right here. He's responsible for the running back. We need to go guard the running back if he goes on a route, okay? Really simple, but if they send out 5 people and they snap the football, you're just going to see this is going to fly in through the A-gap for an instant sack of the quarterback. Again, like I mentioned in the personnel section, the faster that blitzer is, the higher acceleration he has, the better this blitz is going to be because it's just going to speed it up that much faster. Now, what makes this blitz even better is you can run it to either side. It does not matter. You can see now it's just flipped and we're going the other way with it. Snap the football, again, it's going to fly in through the A-gap, instant sack of the quarterback. They've got nowhere to go, right? Really, really good. But the blitz gets even better. So what makes this blitz even better? Well, we don't need to send this many people. This is a lot of people to send the quarterback. We don't need to. We can actually zone out the defensive end on the opposite side of the blitz. It's actually the outside linebacker, but I call it the defensive end, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to double tap the D-pad to the left to pull up the defensive line adjustments, and we can put the outside linebacker on the right side of the screen in this case on some type of zone. So we're going to put him on a curl flat. So you can see the blitz is coming from the left. We zoned out the outside linebacker on the right because it's the opposite side of the blitz. And what you're going to see is, again, if they send out 5 people, this is still going to fly in through the A-gap for an instant sack of the quarterback. Like, it's just such a ridiculously good blitz. But it gets even better because, again, we can do the same thing, but now we can also QB contain. And the blitz is still going to work. So if your opponent, as the quarterback here, snaps the football, they see the blitz coming and they try to run away from it, they're not going to be able to. They're going to run right into a QB contain. And contains got better after the recent patch as well. So it's going to be even harder to try to run away from this. So it's such a ridiculously good blitz from that standpoint. Now, it even gets better. There's another thing that makes it even better. And here's what it is. Even if they block a running back, if they have the untargeted defender wrong, and there's going to be an untargeted defender on one of the linebackers, most of the time it's going to be incorrect. For whatever reason, it's going to be incorrect, and you're just going to see they're blocking a running back here. They snap the football, the running back will look at the wrong linebacker, and you will come in still completely cleanly, even against a blocked running back. That's why this blitz is so good. It's super fast. It's really, really annoying to play against because it just forces you to be worried about that A-gap pressure on every single snap. Now, we need to combine this as a defense with some lockdown coverage to really make this annoying to play against. So that's what I want to talk about next. I want to show you how we're going to use this blitz to now set up our opponent and get them in a position where they're blocking extra players and we're dropping extra people into coverage. All right, now let's talk about some coverage defense out of this. So the first thing I want to show you is the coverage shell behind here is going to change if you audible. So for example, just pay attention to where the defensive players are, and then I'm going to audible to cover 4 quarters. So you can see everybody moves. There's a pretty big tell on this defense, whether you're in zone, whether you're in man. So what I really like to do is I like to play coverage out of saw blitz 0. And this is going to make it always look like we're sending pressure, but at the same time, we can drop a ton of people into coverage and just worry our opponent. So when will we want to drop into coverage? Well, we want to drop into coverage when our opponent is starting to block extra people. So for example, here, I'm going to block the running back, and we'll just assume they're untargeting the right defender here. So they're able to pick up the blitz. Let's just Mike ID this guy here. But now the blitz should get picked up. And what's going to happen here is we can go ahead and zone out a lot of people to make this a really, really hard defense to throw against. So what we're going to do is we're going to double tap the D-pad to the left to pull up the defensive line adjustments. And we're going to put both our X and B player, which is our outside linebackers, into some type of zone. So for example, you could put them into curl flats. So we'll just do that with X and B here. And then I'm also going to do one of 2 things with the blitzer. So this is the blitzer here. I'm either going to put him into some type of zone over the middle of the field, like a vert hook, or I'm going to QB spy him. So they can't really roll out or roll away from us either. And then I'm still going to use the guy on the running back, because if they do end up blocking the running back here, then I have free roam to go wherever I want. I've got a QB spy and we've got extra zone help literally everywhere. And at some point, you can also send that QB spy by clicking in the right stick, and he can be a 4th rusher for you if you need it. So again, just to recap here, if you think your opponent is sending or blocking an extra person, whether it's a running back or a tight end, doesn't really matter, that's when you're going to start dropping people into coverage, right? So again, could look something like this, right? We snap the football now. We've got lots of extra help in the secondary. There's going to be nowhere to throw the football. We can even send that spy, but the 3-man rush is actually pretty good in College Football 26 this year. It wasn't at all last year, but it's pretty good this year. And then you can have that QB spy there ready to take people away as well. So that's coverage D out of here, but now we need to be able to stop the run and be able to stop the RPO, and we're going to talk about that next. All right, so one of the weaknesses of this defense is an RPO, especially one of the most commonly used one, which is the RPO read Y flat out of Y off trips. Now, again, what you're going to see is this is a great blitz defense, but look who's manned up on the tight end, right? It's on the opposite side of the field here. So if we snap the football and we throw this little RPO, that tight end's going to be there. He's going to have lots of room. And we need to be not only aware of that could happen, but we also need to have a plan to stop it. So what we're going to do out of this is, remember how I said you don't technically need to user the guy who's manned up on the running back? You can user whoever you want. And also remember how I said you don't need to blitz the opposite side of the screen outside linebacker? Well, let's just put the outside linebacker in a zone, and we can user this guy right here. And if they throw it, we can just be right there to pick it off. That's one way of doing it, right? Because again, you can user whoever you want. It's not going to affect the blitz. As long as it's not one of the blitzing players, you're fine. And again, this guy doesn't count because he can be zoned out. Now, next, what we can do is we could user over here, or we could put this guy into a curl flat. Now, a curl flat could stop it. You could shade it down to make it a hard flat, and it absolutely will. And then I would typically just user this guy, and I would run with this receiver. Now, I'm going to have a speed disadvantage, so I got to keep that in mind. But what you're going to see here is if they try to throw this RPO, that hard flat will be all over it, and they won't be able to get any yards on it. That is the easiest way to stop this RPO. Now, the best part of this, on top of it, once you've stopped that RPO and you've slowed it down, the run game literally doesn't have a chance against this play. It just doesn't. You snap the football, and you're going to see that guy is going to be, I can't believe we just whiffed on him there, but that guy is going to be in the gap, ready to take care of him immediately. Again, you're going to see we snap the football. We literally just run into the blitz. The blitz is just going to scream in through the gap we're trying to run at. So the run kind of stops itself out of saw Blitz 3, the RPO is really the only thing you need to worry about. And again, you just need to recognize, does my opponent run RPOs? And then additionally, which ones are they running? Where do I need to defend? And then you just need to kind of be clever about where you need to be to stop it, right? So again, they snap the football, you're gonna be there, you can take that away. That time the pick went right through our hands, but that's college football 26 for you. You get how it is. So that is the entire defense, right? We've talked about sending the fastest blitz in the game. We've talked about playing coverage. We've talked about stopping the RPO, and we've talked about how we're going to stop the run. Now let's take this into an online head-to-head gameplay so you can see it in action. And as always, if you want to check out this full scheme, you can find it on WinCollegeFootball.com. Now let's get to the gameplay. All right, so we get to start this game off on defense, and that's actually a huge win for us when we got to play on the road, because if you can get a stop to start a road game, it's always huge, because then you don't have to deal with stadium pulse nearly as much. It can be a lot better. So let's see if we can get a stop to start off this game. All right, let's see where he's going here. Oh man, he's gonna end up getting a touchdown on that. Not only did we almost get the sack, we almost got the pick, and he broke the tackle. I mean, this is college football 26 for you though. I mean, we screamed at him. We should have had a pick. He caught it, then broke a tackle, and then got a touchdown on it. So that's about the worst way you could start the game. So I guess we'll start in a hole here. All right, let's see if we can get a decent return out of this. We are going to take this out. I'm going to try to, no matter what, like end up on a hash mark. That's pretty close. We'll take that. But all right, let's get the offense going. We're going to have to deal with stadium pulse now. All right, looks like we probably have a cover 3 defense we're going against here. I'm not going to be able to make a hot route, I don't think. Oh, look at that. We got a corner route. Snap it. We do have cover 3. We're just going to pass this down and inside. Take our 25 yards, 20 yards on first down there. It's very good. Looks like we might have the same thing here. He might be trying to trick us with like a cover 1. Let's just see. Nope, same thing. We're just going to, again, pass it inside. He's just giving us cover 3 all day. We'll keep dotting him on it. All right, so the good news is stadium pulse not a thing anymore. Probably looking at like match coverage here. That would be my guess, I think. Not 100% sure, but we're just gonna put a couple different things out here just to see what we get. So kind of just a random play call, but let's just see. It's kind of in man there, so we will just take our yards. Again, we're moving up and down the field pretty quickly here. It's like we're back to cover 3, but we got more stadium pulse to deal with, so here we go. All right, he just loves his cover 3, and we're just gonna keep dotting him in it. And get in for me. All right, there we go. All right, so 7-7. See if we can get a stop now. All right, see, now we're gonna just drop one player into coverage. We're gonna run a QB contain. Again, we gotta guard the running back, so just gotta keep that in mind. But we're screaming, and we get the sack. Again, it flies in. It's just the fastest blitz in the game. It's absolutely insane, especially when people are setting out 5 people. Like, you're going to just absolutely cruise in against them. So here's going empty. I know pressure is going to come if I send 5. This is still an opportunity to potentially drop into coverage, but I think we are going to just send 5 and let the pressure come in. Now, there he completes that somehow. That's interesting. Wow. That's the second ball that is very surprising. The blitz actually kind of looks like it got picked up there a little bit, so is what it is. But he's going empty again. Here I'm going to drop into coverage. And we're just going to play a little coverage here. We're going to have a couple extra people in flat zones. And again, I got the middle of the field with a little bit of extra help here. Again, he is throwing it just at nobody who's open, and we got a 4th and 8. All right, he's lining up to punt. I don't believe it. I came out and punt safe. Okay, that might be the first punt I've legitimately seen in college football the entire year. Maybe people that are on like 4th and 50 or something like that, but that is rare. All right, I swear this dude's in a cover 3 again. I'm just gonna literally snap and we're gonna throw a Y. Oh, he's not. We're gonna hit the underneath guy. He was in man. Again, that's why you actually make the read, and we pick up some big yards on it though. Again, we're just going to take the check down. He's in man defense. He's dropping 7 people in coverage. I don't know where his user is. Is his user on the defensive line or something like that? Probably should have just hit the running back or the tight end there. I was just eyeing up a main man. We got to deal with stadium pulse now. I think he's definitely in a cover 2 zone defense, and we just have the wrong play call for this, but nothing we can do. He ended up being in man, which was lucky, but we only picked up 3 yards on it. I mean, he's given us this running back route so many times, but whatever, we'll keep taking it. We got to keep dealing with stadium pulse, so I kind of got to keep coming out in verticals and making a read or two. All right, no stadium pulse here. This is definitely man coverage. We're looking for the tight end, and then we're looking for the running back after that. Got the tight end, pass lead down and outside. Again, big first down. Here, I think we got a little zone coverage again. Hopefully we can get the, yep, we got the RPO. We'll see if it's zone or not. If it is, we're going to end up hitting B. It is. We didn't get the block, though. Still fell forward, got 3 yards out of it. All right, we got it. Knew it was cover 2, hit him on the corner route. All right, 14-7 again. I feel like we got 2 stops, even though we only got technically 1, but we're up 7. We get 1 more stop here. I think we're in pretty good shape, but again, got to play some defense. They did change the quarters in these, I think 2 patches ago now. These used to be 3-minute quarters. Now they're up to 4. So the games are a little bit longer. And, just getting 1 stop isn't sufficient anymore. You need to get multiple stops. All right, let's see what he goes to here. I got to get the running back. Ooh, oh, I just whiffed on him. Like, that's all me. Totally me. Here. Okay, he runs the football, gets 3 yards. No big deal. Wing trip, so this might be a good example of the RPO defense here. I'm just gonna run with the tight end here. Oh, and I just whiffed on it. Oh, that's all my fault. I was just too slow to get to it, but we knew it was there, and that's how we defend it, or we could put the slot corner in a hard flat as well. So we'll be ready for it next time. Yep, nothing there. The 3-man pressure actually got some pretty good pressure there, came home. I think he's going to send his running back out here, but I'm still dropping into coverage. Nope, he blocked him. Perfect. Oh my gosh. I mean, we had a vert hook sitting right there. I mean, literally right there, guarding that exact type of route, and he just didn't play it. So good catch, I guess, but you would expect that defense to actually make a stop there. All right, empty base again. So again, we're dropping into coverage here. I'm just going to help over the middle. I don't know what we need to do there. I mean, that is the second ball that has gone right through our defender's hands and turned into a touchdown for him. That is insane. That is the second one. I mean, right through our defender's hands. He couldn't even just knocked it down. They need to change the animation so they don't do fall back animations. They attack the football, because those are 2 picks that turn into touchdowns for our opponent now. Wow. Well, we're getting a little bit unlucky, but we'll take it, I guess. We're still moving the ball on offense pretty easily here. Read that we've had. Nope, it's cover 1 again. Again, we're just going to have the running back get out of bounds. On something like this. Was match. Made a good play on it. I read the wrong match coverage. Running back. We had the bomb. We just needed a half second more. All right, so 3rd and 8. It's a big down here. I mean, he's just giving it up all the time. Like, he has not guarded the running back 1 time on that route. All right, so what we're kind of hoping for is in a cover 2 again. So we're looking for RB. Got him on the sideline. Nice. It's a cover 3. We just have to check down here. Take our free 4 or 5 yards. We'll hit the... It was ended up zone and ended up playing it pretty well. He got an insta block shot off the edge there. Probably looking at the running back. I might put a comeback route on X and stem him up just a little bit if it is man. So cover 3, we've got the quick seam. Otherwise, we're looking corner route, comeback route. Got the quick seam and good dot. He loves that cover 3. We're just waiting for it. And I mean, we just get screamed at if it's man or zone here. He's in zone again. I mean, he gave it up again, and we did not quite get in on it. But we'll take a timeout here. All right, we got it. All right, we're up 3. We get the ball. Stadium Pulse is probably the worst thing in College Football 26, in my opinion. It just makes on the road just ridiculous, and it's already a game that's really hard to get a stop in because you can literally throw it at people and it'll go through them in some cases. But we've got over 100 yards more on offense than him so far, so I feel good that we're going to be able to move the ball, especially if we can get another stop and won't have to deal with Stadium Pulse as much. So let's go make this a 2-score game. I bet. Nope, just the running backs open underneath. Let's see. Yeah, and we just get a bad throw because Stadium Pulse. Yeah, we got him again. For Y, A, and X. Little screen here, see if we get something off here. I think he's gonna cover 2. And the one guy there just makes a hero play on it. Jeez. Well, it's the best we can do here. We're gonna look for RB. All right, well, I think we gotta take 3. Like, Stadium Pulse is just not letting us do anything here. I think we just gotta live with this. All right, so up 6, and we'll lean on our defense a little bit. So I think his plan is to try to clock us, but again, remember, this is pretty good run defense, so let's see what happens. Maybe not. Maybe it's terrible run defense. What was that? I mean, that just part of the Red Sea up the middle there. Nope. All right, 3rd and 3. I have another vert hook right there, like right there. I cannot believe he hung on to that. All right. Yep, all right. 3rd and 3. Nope. All right, 4th down. Here we go. My guess would be he's scared of the blitz and we're going to see a blocked running back. No way. No way. We're going punt safe. There's 0% chance you're punting. None. Yep. Shocker. Yep. Good try. Our ball. All right, there we go. All right, great game. So again, Georgia defense, absolutely phenomenal. Does a great job of literally sending the best pressure in the game and still allows you to drop into some crazy coverage. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Again, if you want to check out the full scheme, it's on WinCollegeFootball.com. Now this defense is great and you're going to get a lot of stops, but in order to become a better player, you have to be able to score points as well. So if you like this video, you should check out this video next where I show you the most unstoppable offense in College Football 26.